Hello and welcome everyone to the D2 stream. And now we will look at the circuit where we're racing. And it's Kota. We will race around this track, 5.2 kilometers distance, top speed 340 kilometers per hour, elevation 30.9 meters, 20 turns. As we see some overtaking, Raikkonen and Alonso in turn 2 and turn 1. Get that move done around the outside. Beautiful move. We'll head on to the this turn, whatever that is, as Tsunoda overtakes both the cars. As we will head into this turn, which Vettel shows up, is possible to overtake around turn 16 to 18, and it's even better than in the inside. And we will be racing on these compounds, which is C4, C3 and C2, which is the most medium tires you can get. As we are in the game now. And we will get some quali action. So now is the first man on the track. It's gonna be Fexen. Is the first man driving around the track in this beautiful sunset. And we can head on board with him. We will head on board with him. So the last turn, we can use a lot of the outside here, but it's almost the same speed, whatever way you use it. Now we will go into turn 1, which is braking into the hill. Fexin goes a bit wide. That's not gonna be the best for his lap time. But now into these SS sections, taking that rather nicely. Beautiful to watch. Now we'll head on into this fast section. You want to nail this as much as you can. You can gain a lot of time and then lose a lot of time in here. Now he will head on into this, which heads onto the long straight, and you need to get the best exit you can to be there. As now he heads into this turn. You can cut it a lot, but if you cut it too much, of course you will get invalid lap time. You don't want to take the curbs here, they're pretty dangerous, but you want to take the curb as much as you can here, but not on the outside. You want to just lick that curb, and now you want to take it as much as in the inside as you can, at least in the quali. It gains you a lot of time, as it's not gonna be the best lap, but he will wrap it up pretty nicely across the line. It's 1:34.0 by just, as Libob goes fastest by almost 3 tenths. Next one across the line will be Verstelka, and he'll be fastest by almost 7 tenths. Now Skyscap even raising that, and he goes even faster, 2 tenths. What a lap, as Big Mouth goes third. Next one across the line, it will be Lego Man. He goes 7th. Now it's gonna be Temp. He goes 4th. As Lani will complete his lap now. Where will he be? He got a bit of a slide there, but he goes 8th fastest. As we will head on board here with Rice, who just started his lap, going through the SS section. Right in front is K5M5, who was the almost runner-up in the championship last season, finished P3 in the championship by U points, but he countered it. As Rice slides a bit there, but makes it work in the end, and gets a lovely slipstream from the guys in front. But it's very distant slipstream, so you can only guess if it works or not. But the slipstream should work. Now into this section, he takes it the curb as much as he can. It's beautiful, taking the sector as best as he can. After doing some mistakes in the first sector. Now he will go into this fast left-hander, and K5 will not complete this lap, but Rice will. Ooh, as he gets a bit squirrely, and that's gonna put him P5. As K5 crosses the line, sorry, that was Lego Man. K5 crosses the line, he goes 12th fastest. Mas now, the championship runner-up in last season, he invalidated. Chocolate now starting a lap, going into turn 1, braking rather nicely, taking that beautifully. Not even a slide. He really wants to get this under the belt. Now he's gonna head on uphill S's, which are almost flat out, which is interesting to see. He takes it nicely. Definitely decent way to take that. So now onto the straight we go. He will get a lovely slipstream from his teammate Skyscat. But a beautiful slipstream that is. And now he will head on into this sector, as he almost goes wide, but it's his teammate who goes wide. Now the last sector. What can you do? Circle it. Can you take the pole? He won last race last season, so he might be strong in strong contention here for the win. Maybe even a championship, but we will have to wait for that to see if he's really in the contention. As he goes across the line, P3 it is. Nowhere close to pole. Well, whatever you call close. So, who else we got on a lap? Is Lane on a lap? He's gonna complete one now. He goes P6. Beautiful. Rayson now feels like he invalidated. Jay Morris now on a lap. He's gonna complete this fast left-hander. Now he will head on. He's the champion last season. What can he do? He goes P2 by a really small amount from P3, but it's still fastest. It counts, and that's the interest. That's the most what you want to see. As we get maybe someone on a lap. Rayson will go for a lap now Rayson, the D3 driver, not the fastest man, but I'm sure he can pull out some magic if he really tries to. Um, Points are not that hard to get. Only 6 people from this race will not finish in the points because, oh, as he invalidates it and he crashed. Okay, I guess. Comic will complete his lap now as he will go across the line. He'll go P12 with that lap. Maas now starting a lap. Maybe he'll finish it this time around. He goes uphill, and only uphill it will be for a few moments time. Now we will go downhill again. Nice climbing section there. It looks pretty nice and tidy from Maas. Now onto the long straight he goes. Into the sunset he goes. Now this turn. You want to completely nail this one. Maas did nail it just right. Beautiful to watch as he drives off into the sunset. Into sector 3. Now he will go into this turn where Sepp showed us you can overtake around the outside. One of the best moves in 2022, to be honest. Now Maas will complete this lap, will go across the line, and it will be P9 for the runner-up in the championship. That's gotta be a big blow for Maas. If that's time. And no one else on the lap. So maybe K5. K5 now starting a lap. Let's watch on board with him. Second season for Ferrari here in HDR. He was P3 in the last championship, as I said. He was really dominant first few races, then fell asleep, and it was never the same after that. Can he keep up the streak and be fast in the opening races, or is he gonna be more balanced and tries to keep the same pace throughout the whole season? Maybe challenge for the championship. As Rice loves the session, so I'm just gonna quickly send him an invite, maybe two, just for better luck. And now he'll go into turn 19 here. And nicely round up number turn 20. And he will complete this lap. Is it gonna be near pro? No, it's only P11 for the driver. Was challenging for title last time around. Now Fexen gonna complete the lap. And he will go P7 in front of his teammate. That's gonna be a big blow to Maas. It's still not finished. We're still not finished in this session. I don't know if it's full quali now. So we'll see if it's full quality, but K5 going into the pits. Robot reaction will start his time now, and it's full quality. I think because Kitescap and J Morris are not improving their times, and Robot will start a lap now around this circuit. And what can he get out of that Aston Martin? Also, second season for Aston Martin. He's of course also the team principal of the team. So as Rise has joined, he is not safe there. Um, and Robot Reaction will be out of this session. Not a close lap, not even close to the top 10. As Libop now starts his lap. There's gonna be Mars, who's on the brink of going out. Faxin should be safe as he thinks he won the championship and does some donuts. Indeed. Libop now going into sector 2. A Robot Reaction getting out of the way. And Libop trying his best now to get it under his belt. And he is improving by a lot. So is he on for completing this and not being out? Mars and K5. What a big blows. They are out as Libop invalidates. He's the next one out. Robot Reaction also out. And Comic, we will see if he's out. And his teammate is on a lap too. These are the two last people who can change this order. But wait, I'm telling complete bullshit. Wait, we're fighting only for the last 3 places. Well, ignore that, please. And now, Umka will go across the line. As Skypass is the fastest man by 2/10, and Race and Robot Reaction Alekoman will be out. Is Rice in now? Are you in, Rice? Sorry for not seeing the chat. As the Alpine of Verstelka is out on the track as the first man on the track in Q2. And as the Haas overtakes him, it's Alane who overtakes Fluff in quali here. He wants to get underway fast in Q2 here. Lani will go on his lap in a few seconds now. He will be the first man to complete a lap around this very balanced circuit. Very nice built circuit. And he will start this lap now as he goes onto the straight. Into turn 1, uphill braking. Try to get that right. He gets it right, hits the apex. Now down the hill he goes. Not even a bit of oversteer. Now into this SS he goes. And he did a mistake, and that's gonna invalidate his lap. As the second guy is the Mercedes of Debop. And he will head up the hill, then up the hill again, and now downhill. Now onto this long straight, really long straight. You have to get the best exit of your life to get the best, to get a good chance of being in the contention of pole. But as I see, half of the grid is pretty spread out, pretty close to each other, but Skyscape was really fast. As now Rebop heads into the last two corners. He completes them rather nicely. Goes fastest. And that's the AlphaTauri of Skyscape who got into the wall back there. I don't know what strategy that was, but I don't think that's an effective strategy. As Jay Morris heads down, the champion of D2, can he make him third world championship here? Can he be the 3 times world champion in this league? He won D3 first season. Last season he won D2. Can he win D2 again? Is it possible? As Mars finds his pace and goes fastest now. I think it's the fastest time we've seen. Maybe just off the fastest time we've seen. Um, Jay Morris now downhill and into third sector. He looks really fast. I think he has every purple sector. Of course, the F1 game is pretty buggy sometimes, so you can't orient around it. But I have to because I'm the commentator and I don't see anything else. Um, as Chocolate does the ultimate lap of 2 minutes, um, and Jay Morris will now do his lap across the line. P2 it is by not much separating the two. Um, and who else is gonna be on a lap now? It's Lane, maybe. I'm not sure about that one, as Chocolate completes his lap. Now Fexin on a lap. What can he do? And gonna head into sector 3 now. Imu is the commentator, it's me. Maybe not in my best shape today, sorry for that, but trying my best. As Vexen will go into the last two corners now. And complete that last. Yes, I did say me. As I said, I'm not in my best shape, so I might be very confusing at times, but as I said, I'm trying my best to not be. So, who else do we got on the lap? Excellence and Verstelka are on a lap. Excellence will complete it now. He will go across the line to go P5 with that lap. As Verstelka now goes into the third sector, which is one of the flowest. Of course, sector 1 is gonna be the most with the flow, but Fluff is gonna find this one also with flow, and he will go to the last corner and he will complete that P1 by mere 5 hundredths. As who do we got else on a lap? No one now on a lap. Bebop invalidated. And no one else is on a lap. Lane is on a out lap. We will have to be happy with that, I guess. So, um, we'll see what Lani can do. He was the assistant in the first 1-2 in season 2 in HDR. With completing a second 1-2 for Emu, which is me. And he did that job nicely. What a guy. But now he will try to get himself out of the drop zone. And what will he do for that? We can only see. Now, onto the main straight he goes. And he will start his lap. As there's bugged yellow in sector 3. It's Rustoka. Oh, he was maybe running out of fuel. But I think most of the people will go on a lap right about now. As Rice doesn't feel safe. Gotta give him that though. And Lane is not safe. He's P13 with the slowest time by almost a second. Well, 5/10, half a second. And he will go onto this long straight. Going into sector 3, it's not the fastest time we've seen in sector 2, but he's pretty close to that. He could be safe with this lap if he keeps it together and doesn't do any stupid mistake. He's gonna complete this lap up now, almost invalidating in the 19th turn, and he will go across the line. P5, that could do, but it's pretty close from there on. As almost the whole midfield goes on an out lap. And J Rice will be leading this train as J Morris retires. He feels safe at that time. Now Rice will start this lap. One of the last laps we will see in this Q2 session. Can he lift himself up into the more safe place? As he gets a bit of an understeer on the exit, but nothing to be worried about. As now up the hill he goes into the SS uphill again, and now he will go downhill, big switch right here as he goes to this turn onto the long straight. He will go and opening DRS right now, and you can really get yourself in the zone again on this straight. Bit of a chill out, but get into the zone again. As now into sector 3 and completing these turns. Rather nicely, gets a bit of a oversteer there as the cars get out of the way. I'm not even distracting. I can't even see them. Now the last two turns, and he invalidates as he can decide if pit or not. But the next across the line will be Temp, who will start his lap. Lane on another lap. Lee Bob will complete his lap now. And he goes in front of his teammate. Rice can be knocked out with Gomek, Umka, and a lot of other guys. Can Gomek push out Rice and possibly get Reebok into the elimination zone? Or it risk he goes P4. Rice is out of this session, but there's still guys who improving. On FXin goes on the P11. Chocolate jumps to P7. Now K5. What can you do? Can you put excellence out of Q3? Is it gonna be enough this lap? This is what we all waited for, at least in Q2. Can he make that stick? Now, across the line he goes P4. Excellent. He's gonna be out. Or maybe sorry, he's on a lap. And he will complete it now. There's only 2 cars on the track now, with these 2 guys. A stamp invalidated. So, can Excellence push him out of this quali? Is it gonna be enough? He pushes him out. And that's 10th Bob Rice, FXin, and I don't remember the other guys. And this is your Q2 with Skyscap, Rice, FXin, Alibo, and 10 going out in this Q2, as we will head into the most interesting quali. As the cars going out on the track, they don't have much time, so you can't really be creative with the time. You just gotta go out, hope for the best, as Lani is possibly again the first one. So now Lani always trying to get as soon as he can with this lap. And now Lani will start his lap, going across the line. and starting lap first. Comic behind him, possibly getting some distance slipstream, but maybe not that good, as he goes into this assist. Beautiful to watch in the sunset. He takes them rather nicely. Ooh, as he slides off there. Is he gonna try to go on with the lap still? He will. Maybe some people would bail out of that lap. You still have enough time, but Lani is doing something different. We'll see if that works out for him. Comic right behind him. But I think he's too far back to even think about a slipstream. So that will not work for him. Now into this uphill and downhill, flat out, 18 to 16, sorry, 16 to 18. As you can see, turn 1 there, pretty nicely. Ooh, and Lani slides again. That's just gonna be really a banker. He will not be safe with that time as he goes off the track. And seconds, almost second and a half slower than Chocolate. That's 2 seconds, sorry, Comic. As Big Malt goes fastest, who will be the next across the line? It's gonna be Verstoka who goes fastest. Then the Aston Martin, excellent, he will go second fastest. And the next one is gonna be Umka, who's leading this train of 3 cars, who will settle up by some time. Now into these fast corners, just satisfying to watch and to drive. Then this fast one and this slow one before the straight. He will go across the line. We go 5th fastest, K5 will go 6th fastest, and Mars will go into the pits. Now, Jay Morris. What can you do? D2 champ of the last season. He has a big people to fight against. So can he make it again as championship, or is he gonna be widely challenged by the whole field? I don't think. This is bankers for Q3. So it's possible someone will go faster, but yeah, it's interesting. But you know, still improving by 5/10. That you don't really find that. That's kind of interesting, as Chocolate will prove Noob Tube wrong, at least by 2/10 being from his expected time. As Umka retired from the session. And everyone else in the pits, so we can watch in lap with Jay Morris here, having the track to himself. As Lani will go for another lap, possibly the last lap, and then he will be able to pit. He will need to go for 2 laps then. So let's watch with Lane, who will start his lap after he will complete the last third sector. Which he will complete just about now. And he will go into the last turn, where he will be after that really bad lap. Will jump up to nowhere. Oh wait, that was out lap, sorry. So he will go onto the lap now. Now, he will complete the first oh, he did the first sector, and a bit more sooner than I thought. As now he heads onto the big back straight with Maas and Big Melt on an outlap. No one else seems to be interested. Then Vestelka also going on an outlap. And pretty much everyone will go on an outlap, I think. No one will be happy with their banker. Now, who will be on pole? That's the most interesting. That's the question we've been asking since the start of quali. Who will be on pole? There's a lot of contenders. But Lane will now go across the line. He will go P2. And he's got enough time to complete a lap and possibly go for another. So he can be a still challenger for the pole here. As the first one is gonna be Maas to start a lap. He did not set a time because his time, I don't know, I guess it wasn't good. But now he can be the contender for pole. Is it gonna be his time to shine in quali? Let's see. As he goes across the line to start his lap. Bit braking a lot there. I don't think that's gonna work for him. He will get a bit slidey on the exit. As he invalidates. And that's end for Maas. He don't have enough time to start another lap. That's the end for Mars's qualifying. So the next one will be Big Melt, who also makes a mistake, and that's end of his quali. The next one will be Comic now. He's not expected to be the pole here, but he can be fast at times. As now Comic heads onto this big straight into this corner, which will divide the sector 2 with sector 3. Now the first sector 3 corner. He is improving by a lot. It says purple sector, but we ain't trusting this. Is Comic gonna be leading the chairs as Chocolate also retires? Some stupid mistake too. He's not the only one who did that. There's a lot of drivers but Komik is gonna be across the line. He will be the first one to complete a good lap. It's only P4 for him. Now, the next one is gonna be Verstelka. What can he do? Will go across the line to take it on the pole, but it's only provisional pole with Jay Morris, the main contender for pole. Is he improving enough? Is he gonna lead the cheers here? Um, he's looking really fast, really racy, really quali. He will go across the line. He goes pole by 2 tenths, and he means business. As the next one goes K5, and the only one man who didn't complete a lap is Lani, who will go across the line to not improve. So is Jay Morris on pole, Verstelka second, Lani third. Nice quali. So he is ARQ3 with Jay Morris on pole by 2 tenths. What a lap from him. So, who will win here? Who will be on pole? Sorry, who will be on podium? And most interestingly, who will win? Yeah. Yeah. Bobo, hello. Yes, I'm racing in D1 tomorrow. Ah, don't worry. I'm not like the other guys, Christian. I'll leave you a few more centimeters of space. Thank you, Bobo. I'll leave you the other side of the track. Maybe we will not come into each other. I think we will start in a few, possibly. I don't know, it's 28, yeah, so 1 more minute. So we will head on the formation lap now. We will see the grid once more before there's gonna be fearful competition. As Jay Morris leads the way. And he will lead the way for at least this formation lap and hopefully the whole race. As everyone is warming those tires, we will head on racing in a few. Olaf is getting real close to the McLaren there. Alpine McLaren rivalry is real. But there's a lot of shockers with Maas P10, Rice P14, Skyscap P15, and you could name a lot more, but I don't know if that counts as a shocker for some. Like A5 P5, you don't see that much, as they're gonna line up on the grid with Rayson, with the last car, with the Mercedes behind. I don't know who that is. If it's Rice overall lead up. So that's Rice, I think, as they line up on the grid. It is Rice indeed. And we will get the lights soon. And it's 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a new dawn, new race, as Fluff is almost down the inside. He will try to send it. He will send it indeed. He leaves just enough space. Jay Morris defended nicely. And it's Jay Morris leading. Cheers. Eslane loses place to Komek. Chocolate behind. As Chocolate gained 3 places on the start and Rice 5. There's a lot of things going on. And Jay Morris is absolutely clearing floor. 7 tenths. And he's using just a bit more than Flo. So But he caught up back, I think, now. We will see what's gonna happen again. And we will start lap 2 now. And it got really mixed up, the places. And there's some incident behind. It's Temp with Philippe Bob. I think they spun, and that could be a VSC. It's not, but Temp is without a front wing. And that's not gonna be the best thing for your race. Maas still did not move up a place, or neither did Lewis. He's not gonna be happy about that. As Rayson make up 6 places. Beautiful. And stream has not gone black. That's for you, Diamonds. Because I see it. It's not black. Yeah, it's only for you, Diamonds. So no moves happening, no DRS for this lap. Then it will be DRS. As Chocolate now moves up a place after overtaking Mane, who has to be a bit frustrated with losing this much places. Of course, we will look at the tires. If it's maybe by the tires, it is by the tires. Lonnie is losing a lot because he started on the hards compared to other guys. Now we will start this lap. Chocolate sets the fastest lap, and it's DRS enabled and racing green flag. So if J Morris is not gonna pull any magic here, or Flop is not gonna do anything stupid, he will have the DRS on the long straight. And he is getting close, but I don't think it's close enough. Now, can he overtake the McLaren in front of him? I think he's gonna be a little too far back to make that count. He turns on the overtake also. J Morris is not using, but he's too far back behind to do anything really. As Chocolate now right up on Comics Gearbox. And there's gonna be a lot of fighting from the front places. But we'll see. Now we start third lap. Verstoka gets DRS. Chocolate right behind them. Fluff is too far back to make a move on J Morris. J Morris is defending that really nicely, even having almost full battery. As Maas finally started to make up places on excellence. Oh, and Fox is gonna lose out a lot now. Maybe a Comic could think about a move now. But more of a Chocolate is gonna be interesting. Comic indeed thinks about a move. And he will think about it more as he right at the gearbox. He goes down the inside on Verstoka. Maybe just far back. Brakes just not late enough to challenge Fluff for the position. and Chocolate just watches this from behind. And all that Jay Morris needs to do is get out of the DRS zone, and he will be more than fine. These guys are too far back to make a move, always on the straight, but they always catch up to him. So Jay Morris has to pull something out of the back. And maybe he will have the win more in his hands, but as of now, he's doing the greatest job he can do here. Almost on the level of ERS of the other guys. Robot reaction 3 seconds time penalty. That's the first penalty. Sorry, Unka has a penalty too. And Soka again too far back to make a move. Jay Morris is doing just great job. But Lani is not doing the same as K5 goes down inside. Side by side they go. Lani defended nicely. What a guy. Now Mass is all that in the mix of these guys. Now, are there gonna be any moves? Flop is dangerously close. He will think about it. Just not enough. Oh, what the hell is that? He goes down inside. Side by side with Jay Morris now. And he will make that mistake. He didn't burn ERS. Maybe Jay Morris did some mistake there. And now it's Fluff leading the race. But there's gonna be a TR zone coming up, so don't count out Jay Morris just yet. And he is indeed close enough to not burn any ERS and just get in front, which will work for him. Just gets in front. Fluff doesn't fight it, he does fight it a bit, but not that hard. As Mas got in front of K5 now, hunting down Lani. Sarais receives 3-second time penalty. Is he gonna be able to do it now? Or is he gonna wait? The real answer to this is he's gonna wait. And let's spook Lani off, but Lani is a fearful man. He's not gonna get spooked off by a simple dive bomb. So now, more interested in the readers. Fluff is gonna make the move back again. Maybe he's gonna make a move back. Is Jay Morris gonna do comeback? No, not at all. Goes down the inside. And he's not gonna defend that at all. He just lets him by. As Mas gets in front of Lani. And that's his quest. Um, done by now. 5 places gained from start, and Lani goes wide. Lani goes wide and loses a lot of places as he retires from the race. Unknown reason. Now Texan is on his tail. He did not retire, but for some reason he's gonna retire in the pits now. I think. I get a feeling. His excellence tries to go down the inside of M5, but it's not gonna work for him. As Rise is now gonna be in the mix. With Skyscrap, Lani retired, but it's in the pits. Rayson retired, also in the pits. Not the greatest weekend from them. Lani being on the podium, but then just not working it for him as he would have wanted. And K5 is out of the DRS, so is Excellence gonna make a move on him. Soon he's gonna make it. It's burning a lot to make this work, but it's just not gonna work just enough. So Excellence goes down the inside on K5 and 5. K5 hangs it around the outside. Now that turns into the inside. Excellence is giving him enough space, and that's Excellence in front for you. Ooh, as Rice goes wide. And he shouldn't get another penalty because that's gonna be real bad for him. Now, the leader did not change since the last move. Now onto the long straight we go. I think Jay Morris is too far back behind to do anything. If he's not gonna burn, he's not burning indeed. He's on the same level roughly. But Jay Morris is gonna send it down the inside. Now he thinks better of it. He's not gonna do the same as his opponents do. He's gonna get more creative, I think. Let's go make now into the mix again, but nothing happening between these guys. They're just watching. It's kinda impossible to overtake someone with double slipstream, so I get it. And they're pulling away from mass, I think, so they're doing their job. And Jay Morris is almost out of DRS, but he gets back with almost. He's got whole ERS to burn now. If he wants to overtake him. There's a bit of a fighting between these guys. No fighting. Skyscaps is just pitting. Jay Morris is pretty close. If he can hold this gap till the straight, he will be the leader again. Oh, that sucks, Rayson. That sucks. I hope you'll have a better one next time. But now, back to the race. Jay Morris on the gearbox of Fluff will go down the inside. And Fluff is defending that really hardly without any reason. It's not like they're gonna pit anytime soon. Still, possibly they will, but you know. Fluff is in the Alpine in front of Jay Morris right now, ice cream. So now, Comic really behind, but Jay Morris is gonna maybe he'll have to try something new to get in front of him. And something new is probably 100 ERS to get in front of him. So now, onto the straight again we go. And indeed, as I said, Jay Morris, the creativity comes from the ERS. And what will he do? If Ibop retired from the session, and that's a safety car. And I imagine a lot of the field will be pitting for Hart. So, I think everyone will go into the pit. It's the nice window now. The pit for Hearts. Maybe someone's gonna try something more different, but it's impossible to try something different. It's Verstoka pits, Comic pits. And the real question is who is not pitting. I think the whole field will pit. And it's gonna be hard for every car, I think. There's no secret about that. Yeah, and indeed, every car is pitting. There's no secret about that. So, Verstoka leading behind the safety car. And then we'll have another half of the race to go. After whatever incident happened behind, really, I don't know. We'll just have to see. So, behind the safety car. In season 1 there was a very interesting thing happening behind the safety car with that star leading the whole race and then crashing into the safety car in the turn after the long straight. This is gonna be one of the highlights of HDR probably. But now we are in D2. And these guys, some of them are not even close to D1. Most of them are pretty close to D1. It's just the mid division. So if you want to learn anything from better drivers, you should go watch tomorrow again. We will head into the last race this weekend, and then another weekend onto round 2. Jamie Hester, I'm in D1 too, you know? So, you don't have to say that. That you've been in D3, that's a secret, yeah? That's a secret. So, the safety car could be in this lap. The field is much more closer with each other with 3 DNFs. One that brought up the safety car. And I imagine everyone going till the end of the race in this tire compound. The real question is, there are some people on mediums, so, and safety car is gonna be in this lap indeed. So the guys on the mediums will have an advantage, but can they carry it till the end of the race? Probably. They will struggle with some tire wear. And there we go with the dangerous restarts again. What is this? I can watch this, please just tell me when the restart is go. Yeah, please. Okay, now, Jay Morris gets a decent restart on Fluff. He's not that far back behind. Comic gets even better now. Yeah, and it's not dangerous going full throttle and then brake as much as you can. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I get it. Whatever. Now, Jay Morris sets his eyes onto fourth, and he is pretty close, but I think he'll wait for DRS. Um, no, he's not gonna wait for anything. He will go down inside. Verstoka tries to hang it around, pushes in onto the curb, but he's too far back. He's gonna make a move down the inside. What is this? Come on. What the hell? Alright, chill out, man. Huh, fuck. So Jay Morris now leading this race with Fluff behind and coming pretty close behind too. Is gonna Fluff lose a few more places than one, or is he gonna regain that place? That's the real question we'll ask now. But we've got half the race till the end. But yeah, Fluff is losing too much time. Comic is right on him now. Can Comic make the move for the P2 now? Is there gonna be a bit more change in this field? Probably yes. No. Comic thinks better of it. Not overtaken with that far back. And Jay Morris is actually pulling a really good gap on Rustalka here. Is he gonna pull enough to pull out of the DRS? And I think it will be enough. For now. As Verstappen receives a 3 seconds time penalty. And that's really, that's gonna be a new thing as there's a crash behind. Unka is standing on the track. Oh, he's going now. Alright. So now Jay Morris totally out of the reach of Jay Morris, and if there's not gonna be any safety cars, this is in Jay Morris's hands. With Rustelka also with a penalty. Now Comic feels blood. He sniffs blood and he's gonna drink it and goes down the inside on Fluff. Fluff tries to switch back, but that's just not gonna work that easily here in Texas. And Comic and Rustelka goes down the inside, and now Comic will switch back in again. What a fighting. Really hard racing there. But who is it gonna be on top? That's the real question we ask. It's gonna be Fluff for now, but going side by side. And Chocolate now goes down the inside on Comic. Rice goes down the inside on K5. Both of them complete the move. And this is really close fighting, really close racing. A lot of guys having 3 seconds time penalty here. I don't know that too. I scream, but we are not in the highest division, so maybe the people just don't know. But Chocolate gets in front of Fluff. Fluff doesn't fight that and takes it. He really didn't have a choice at that. Jay Morris has pulled almost a gap that would still keep him P1 after 3 seconds time penalty, but it's still not there. It's gonna be there in a lap, I believe. Now the racing is clear here. And there's the gap, 3 seconds. So now, Max is still not showing the front runner. He's still in the DRS. Every car down to P11 is in the same DRS train. How beautiful is that? This close racing, the safety car only makes it more interesting. As Chocolate led by Fluff. Maybe not. He thought better of it. Now he's gonna fight side by side. And Fluff gets in front no matter what. We'll go down the inside now. That's just not gonna work in that turn. Now, what's gonna happen here? No moves, but most of them are pretty low on ERS, I would dare to say. The most DRS is Mars, who is also just between, he's holding the two trains together. Um, that's what it looks to me, because it's like the one rope that's holding the whole thing together. But it's working for him. He has enough of everything. And now they're fighting. Chocolate has 8 seconds time penalty. There's no point in fighting. Comic is gonna get the P2 if he just stays where he is. He doesn't need to fight, he just needs to defend from Mars, which is pretty easy with double slipstream and a DRS. So if he do everything I said, he will have the P2 without any problem. And we've got 9 more laps of racing all the way to the checkered flag. A skyscap is gonna challenge Mars. It's not just gonna work around the outside in turn 1. It works only sometimes. Chocolate almost pulls a second gap to to Ristoka, and he kind of needed because, well, it's not definitely like it's possible to pull a 6-second gap, but you'll have to work your ass off to achieve that. But hello, that star. And ooh, is he gonna go down inside now? It's gonna be a real interesting battle till in the end. There's no point in fighting now, but I guess they're gonna fight now. Mars now also in the mix with Skyscat, but Skyscat has a penalty. J. Morris, 4 seconds. He gets that. Ooh, as Chocolate goes wide. And this just doesn't work there. And he's all the way on the gearbox of Chocolate. And he's gonna make the move without any complications. Now Ristoka is the second place. But there's gonna be penalties coming, so really interesting to see. As he will head on to lap 22. And one less lap to go in this race. So who will come out on top? This is more interesting to watch. But Ristoka is pulling a nice gap there. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Chocolate, another 3 seconds time penalty. That's 9 seconds. And if the field is gonna stay this together, he can be out of the points. Well, not. He's not gonna. Oh, wait. He's not gonna go out of the points, but he's gonna get close to it. And he goes down the inside on Ristoka. And it's just not working. Ooh, as he switch back him. And is that gonna work for him? It's not working, but he goes side by side. And flop spins him around. Beautiful thing to watch now. So now Comic is P2. And Mas P3. This changes the race dynamic as a whole. And it's gonna be more interesting. No safety car though. I don't think there's gonna be a safety car. I don't think that's possible after this race distance. Temp is P8, yeah, Dreamers. Let's check it off. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know into the future. But this train is getting smaller and smaller by every lap. And Mas still doesn't think about moving. But Skyscape definitely thinks about moving. Down the inside on Mars, almost spinning him out. But can he hold this around? For now, yes. And he did. He does it. And now Comet has largely open gap to possibly cut the second, but he would have to pull some magic to actually pull that. But Skyscape is on 0 ERS pretty much. So that's just not gonna work for him. He's gonna get eaten up by all the other cars. So if I were to be Comic, I wouldn't fight Skyscape that much. He's out of ERS and with 3 seconds time penalty. If you stay with him, you might just even gain ERS. But he fights it still. He's not gonna give him that easily, but he gives in eventually. And Comic now P3, but for still P2. There's a fight with Rice and K5, but Rice still has a 3 seconds time penalty. We have to not forget that. But Rice is still looking at it, and he will want to make a move sooner or later. and it's just beautiful to hear the Curbs playing their song. It's just beautiful to hear. And if you say no, you're not a motorsport fan. Of course, I'm joking. I do like the sound of the Curbs, but someone might not like it. But Comet is thanks for the move he's using. Oh my god! What an overtake, Mas! And Mas is gonna lose a lot of places now. What was that? Mas is not Daniel Ricciardo. He's not him. But yeah, he's P4 now with a second. So K5 still on podium now. K5 is cooking. But the only man cooking here is J Maris, let's be honest. 6 seconds, he could get two penalty warnings and still be clear. And we'll have this and the next 2 laps to see who's gonna be on the podium. As now Mas is out of the DRS, but this isn't gonna be for long. He's gonna hold it in, isn't he? Definitely holding it in. Yes, he's gonna be in DRS with Rice behind him, and K5 still on the podium with after the penalties. As Comic and Skyscape go side by side again. And K5 gets ahead of sorry, it's Vexen. He was fighting with K5. And that could ruin K5's race a lot. He just has to stay in DRS, no matter what. And he will still be on the podium. There's a bit of a hesitation until the last corner. 2 laps remaining. And Jay Morris looks to be unstoppable. Even with penalty, nothing is happening to him. But now, it's gonna be the best place is gonna be P3 if you want to get the highest, but that's of course if we are not counting in penalties. If we count in penalties, Comic has to just stay where he is for these 2 laps, and he doesn't need to do anything else. He can let even Maz by, even the Rise by, and K5 is out of that podium contention now. He has to pull something beautiful to still be on the podium, but like this he's gonna be, as Vexen overtakes him now, almost, he did. And Jay Morris will start last lap now, and what a beautiful race from him it was. But we will head on to the more chaotic part here. Comic has to just stay where he is, and he's P2. Easy as that. But Rice is not gonna give up that P4 that easily. He will try to switch back Mars. No, he will stay behind. Mars has a lot more ERS. But is it gonna be enough to defend on this race? From Rice, who's hungry for the beautiful first finish in D2. Well, not reserving, but full time in D2. And he wants the good result. He wants the D4 there. But Mars is just gonna get away with it. And maybe get comic in the process, but that's just not on. And C breaks a lot late. But nothing is gonna happen here. And it's just gonna stay where it is. K5 losing a lot of positions. But now, the man who had it all in the grabs from the end, it's gonna be Grand Slam for Jay Morris. It's gonna go British here in America as he goes across the line to win the Texas Grand Prix. Skyscap will finish second on track, but Comic is gonna be second, Mass fourth, Rice fifth, K5 sixth, Vexin seventh, Temp eighth, Robot. I don't know, I don't want to count the penalties. And here are your results. 42. In a bit. And Jay Morris will take the P1 for the McLaren here. And Skyscap and Comic will make the podium with him. Here are your results for the D2. And I think that's gonna be everything from me and today's D2 stream. I hope I'll see you tomorrow for the D1 stream. It's gonna be probably sort up on the comms. So, now have a nice evening and goodbye.